Hey everybody, Economic Ninja. Guess what? Did you know that real estate is going to go up 22%, almost 22% this next year? Haha, Zillow thinks so. Without further ado, let's just get right into this. So I guess the first question is, well, let me read the headline, okay? It's this is out of fortune.com. I'll link it below. The spring 2022 housing market will absolutely crush buyers. Zillow says home prices to spike 22%. So I guess the first question is, are you high? Yes, the answer is yes. Zillow is smoking something. Now, I want to remind you first off that Zillow is pretty famous in the news back in about September, I think, because their algorithm broke and it totally lost them tons and tons of money because their algorithm was buying up properties for them. And then they figured out, oh, wait, we can't sell these properties for what we paid for them. So they had to stop the whole program, scrap it, right? So that's the first thing. So let me tell you some really interesting things about this. All right, let's do this. Here we go. You're crazy, you're crazy, you're crazy. All right, cool. So they're talking about heading into 2022, there's a wide consensus among real estate firms that the annual rate of home price growth, which peaked at 20% in August of 2021, would steadily decelerate this year. Okay, so these are real estate professionals that are saying that these prices are going to start to decelerate. The market is going to slow down, all right? But Zillow goes, no, wait, hold on. Hold your computer. We got this. Back in December, Zillow forecast that the 12-month rate of home price growth would decelerate to 11% by the end. That's a positive 11%, but it would decelerate to 11% by the end of the year. Then in January, Zillow revised that figure saying it would finish 2022 up 16.4%. But guess what? It gets a little better. It now expects 1 year over year rate of home price growth to peak at 21.6%. Now, is that insane? It gets even better. It says the spring of 22 is going to get hotter and hotter. Super cool. So it says here, what's going on? Instead of inventory levels beginning to normalize this year, the situation is actually getting worse. In January 2021, the number of homes for sale was 26% below the level hit in January of 2020. All right, now that's a pretty big number, okay? So 2021, January, there was 26% less inventory than in 2020. But check this out, last month was even worse. We were 42% lower than January of 2020 in this last month of January. It is so obvious. This is what always happens before a crash, is inventory dries up. Why? Because the average home seller does not have enough money to sell their home and move up in the world. That is what happens at the end of a peak. We are seeing everything happen right now. This is called a blow off top in real estate. But I guess Zillow just doesn't know enough about real estate. It's pretty interesting. So they've already went from like losing a bunch of money to now they're calling this, right? Well, let's just say this too. In the amount of time that it took for all these numbers to come out, I want people to realize interest rates on mortgages exploded in the last 4 to 5 weeks. Absolutely exploded. So if people think there's just that many all cash buyers running around just soaking up all this inventory, they're actually wrong, because even some of those all cash buyers, people don't realize there's special mortgage companies out there that allow you to put in all cash offers, even though there's a mortgage attached to the home. That is true. So what we're talking about now is an absolute imbalance of the mortgage market. And I want people to understand that. I'm gonna link this story below, but I think it is very, very important for people to realize how rapidly things are changing right now. Back in 2006, as the market was turning downwards, we saw a massive change in the mortgage industry where they were doing all these negative amortization loans, adjustable rate mortgages were flying high. Why? Because interest rates were moving up and they needed a solution. Well, now interest rates are moving up. We have 1 or 2 points on all these new home loans, and we're combined with many other issues like a supply chain crisis and people out of work. So I thank you so much for watching. It's going to get loud over here pretty soon, so I better let you guys go. I'm going to link that story below. I hope you guys enjoy it. Put in the comment section below, what do you think is going to happen in the mortgage rates or with the mortgage rates in the next couple of months? And also, what do you think is going to happen to home sales? All right, guys, thank you so much. With that being said, the Economic Ninja is out.